through eliminations.
Yes, and that emphasizes eliminations because Psalm, although they take first win, they were actually third overall. So Elim's playing a huge part. And for Ghost Aiden to pick up 10 and lead the Wolfpack here, in-game and 10, that is crazy. So here it is. You know how he gets these Elims. He comes to Tilted Towers.
Yeah, and everyone knows this. He's not shy about it either. We talk about it in every competition that Aiden is in. Most famously, whether it was TwitchCon when him and Nick Merckx were just destroying in Tilted.
Yeah.
You know that this guy...
That was really the rivalry, right? They started off as, you know, head-to-head opponents, then end up teaming up together and put in some stupid work. It was really great to watch. And it looks like Myth and K-Sid redoing the Snobby here, but we don't see the Sentinel boys here.
No,
it's
we
a
don't.
different squad.
Yeah, and clearly, right, this is their spot. This is where they want to go. There's some great loot to grab in Snobby Shores. I think a lot of people, oftentimes, they undersell Snobby, right? I remember there was a point in time where everyone was dropping in this area. There was just so much loot to be grabbed. Then when the new POIs popped up, they're like, well, you know, why keep going Snobby? I want to go somewhere else. But Snobby always has a lot to give, a lot of wood, a lot of resources, and I believe there's going to be, usually there's a quad crasher around there as well that you'll be able to rotate out of with.
And you can also push up to Viking Island, pick up some rifts. This used to be Tempo, Phase Tempo spot here. Looks like he's giving it up, and it's a really underrated point of interest because it's huge. Two players can, or a duo can basically split the point of interest, similar to what we saw before, similar to what we're watching now, and get away like bandits. You don't have to contest one another, but I don't think Badger's going to let these guys slip away.
So you have Badger and your boy Boo Boo, I think was his name. That's a name that as a grown adult, I have to say out loud. But they are two players coming in from the qualifiers. And I also just want to touch on how awesome it is to see the qualifiers really show up here. And just as I say that, though, the TSM guys are going to take after Badger and your boy Boo. Let's see, though, because Badger actually got pelted a little bit, and Boo's going to be low on the HP side, or I should say on the shield side. Losing all of that there. He's going to take some damage. Myth and K-Sid are going to surround them, and Badger's going to have to give some minis to his teammate if he's able to do so. And I like that dynamite play there. So they're going to try and see if they can just like force everything out, force them to move outside. You hear the dynamite starting to go off there, Monster.
Yeah, and Badger made a big mistake. They had the high ground advantage, and then they gave it up. And now it's Myth and K-Sid making a big push here. They're going to trade out here. K-Sid's going to get that first one. It looks like Badger and your boy Boo Boo is gone from this one with some opening frags right there. This is exactly what they need to get those points on the map. And they've shown before that they're ready to fight for it. And there it is. Snobby Shores is theirs again.
Yeah, and this time around, they actually had to fight for it because last time the Sentinel guys just rotated out. They didn't even...
They respected.
Yeah, they did not even try to go after them. They knew that players were there. They didn't bother. This time around, though, you had the qualifiers go after them. Was not going to be their day at all. But here we're going to go back over to Aiden and Kayun, still in Tilted. They have a lot on the shield side. Kayun obviously wants to find another big pot there, and I believe these are the players that Fallout said are going to try and challenge in Tilted. These are two guys who come from the MFAM side, so Nick Merckx and you know his boys, but let's see how this one plays out.
Yeah, it's definitely a bunch of rivalry right here. It's been somewhat of a standoff for quite some time. Aiden initially was looking for that bolt action snipe, but so was Triggy Soars holding on to the heavy sniper, which does more damage pound for pound. So Kayun and Aiden just utilizing their loadouts, right? They both got snipers. They're just trying to look for an opening big shot to then put that pressure on.
Yeah, so that's I was going to ask you, right? Like, what's the play here? Are you just waiting for someone to make a mistake? You're hoping that you're going to be able to dive on him maybe with the Rift to go? I mean, I wouldn't use it, but I'm kind of just like theory crafting here.
Yeah, it's exactly that. You want to play to your advantage. You want to, start things off with an opening hand, and you got to think about it. For every second you're not farming or something like that, you're doing a little too much scouting, you're falling behind in resource gain and whatnot. So Aiden and Kayun, they're just completely ignoring them, saying, you know what, you guys want to sit in one spot, you're losing resources. And then take a look at the hands here. Just look at the way he grips the controller here. Just Aiden, man.
Oh, he plays claw.
Yeah,
okay.
that's all right.
That's awesome. Yeah. So I know you're not a controller guy, but me and Fallout are, and Claw, right? You have your Scuff controller where you can play with your paddles in the back, but a lot of players, Claw. There was something that we saw a lot of old school Halo pros really start to take advantage of back in the day, and I used to actually play Claw as well until my dumb hands got too old.
and then that translates over in all gaming, right? Because even the way people grip the mouse, you have that Claw terminology and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it's just all over the place. Fulmer. Sofa got eliminated so early last round, and then Fulmer did pick up some elims, so he was carrying for what it was worth. Hopefully this time around they find themselves a little bit more luck.
Yeah, that was a rough first game there for Fulmer and Sofa, but if there's a duo in the qualifier side that's going to bounce back, it is most definitely going to be these guys here. But Vinny and Zexro are actually going to be in a fight. I saw Zexro took out No Mercy, and Cal's going to be down and out, so that will be that squad. Goodbye to you. Wait for you for round 3. For now, though, Vinny and Zexro, they're fighting some players off screen.
Yeah, we call that a flawless victory right there. Vinny and Zexro don't even get touched. They just 1-2, pack-a-punch this squad right here. Pretty much chin check them. They're out, and now Vinny's putting a little bit of counter pressure back on a team that seems to be shooting down.
Yeah,
from
I want to know who that
Park
was up there.
Mountain, yeah.
Because that's going to really, I guess, determine how they're going to approach it, right? I mean, surely you don't want to try and get a little too risky, right? And Replays gets eliminated by Morgassi, so Morgan's going to take out one for himself.
So
he fell early last game too, I believe.
Take a look. It's actually Saf and Zayt that are holding out or just witness what Zexro, and Vinny put on that team there. You don't want to go against Zayt and Saf here, and I think they're recognizing these guys are not injured or anything like that. The fight started and ended. That shows they're a threat. You want to back up here.
Couple rifts went off above them.
Oh no, Space Lions teammate Replays now getting finished off here by Morg. They must have got chipped out of the sky or something because they were very far from one another. And now it's Space Line who's left to fend for himself. He has a fantastic loadout here outside of the tactical shotgun. But hey, we're also in normal game mode here. So, no material cap. You can go up to max. And fighting, you got to be careful. There's no heal back.
Exactly. That changes a lot. So for our viewers that are new, maybe you're a WSOE fan, so you're just watching one of their events and you're not too sure. In the competitive format for Fortnite, where we would use in Winter Royale and also in, I think, in the actually just Winter Royale, Winter Royale, excuse me. Whenever you got an elimination, you got 50% of your health back. So whether that be HP or that would be shields. You also got resources back as well. But this is going to be the normal mode. So this is what you would play when you load up the game with your buddies. You decide to just play some duos. This is the normal mode. So there is no health regain. There is no mat regain. You are playing core Fortnite here in all its glory.
And I want to give a little shout out to Hero Ronin, who lit up the feed, eliminating Punisher and Unicorn. That was crazy. For someone to single-handedly take care of 2 professional players, GG, well played. And it's Razuro and Lothar who's now getting on a nice little rotation here, trying to get center map for the control. Tilted is just getting pushed out, and it's Aiden and K-Yoon still going against the same old players, just waiting around. And the longer they wait here, the more time they waste on resource management.
I wonder if Triggy and Harmful, because they've been in that same building, unless they were in the tall building.
Yeah, they were just rotated on over, so now they're sitting above them. They finally made a move across. They have a grenade launcher. They're trying to open up these floors here and expose them.
Well, we're going to go over to Hamlin's and Reverse 2K for the time being. We're going to be in the action against Razru and Lothar. There's also some third party going on above. That's going to be Morgassi and Lamar looking to put the pressure on to TSM's Hamlin's and Reverse 2K. Hamlin's, though, calls that one out. And
oh, man.
Yeah,
I really wish Morg wasn't there. This would have been a fantastic battle to go head-to-head. Hamlin's and Reverse versus
third parties.
Yeah, man. And Lothar, this would have been EU and a clash right here. But, that good old, you see a little taste of opportunity and you can't resist. So Morg is going to be the reason this battle's not going to go on.
I can't blame him. I can't blame you. See players, you want to try and push that. That's 10 points. We saw what Aiden was able to do when he got all those eliminations. That's 10 freaking points, man.
It'll propel you straight to the top, that's for sure.
All right.
And it's Saf just gets hand cannon to the forehead. He's gone in the storm. Zay left to fend for himself versus Zip.
Oh.
He lands a traded hand cannon shot right there, and it's a 1v1.
Oh, this is not looking good for the Rise boys. Zayt, they're going to try and gatekeep on the Storm. They are going to be outside, but if anything, though, for him, he's just saying, I need to get out of here. I just lost my teammate, and they're not going to get hit for a lot of damage inside of the Storm, right? It's still early in the circle, so because of that, they'll be okay. They just need to make sure that they have some good items in their kit when they get out of the Storm and eventually.
We talk about we want to see these good 2v2s. We got another one here. It's Foamer and Sofa going against Hamlin's in reverse here. These guys are looking for the aggro plays. Hamlin's going to get chipped down by another player. There are too many eyes watching these battles here.
There's so much activity just north of Shifty.
See, and this is why they're desperately looking for the Elim right now. They want to get some HP up.
Harmful and Tricky took out Aiden. You just see it there in the action feed. And Flexen just drops Vinny. Kayun's going to be gone. That's going to come from Zayt.
Where does Zayt catch Kayun out of nowhere on a rotation? So he actually jumps into the battle of Aiden and Kayun going against Harmful over at Tilted Tower. So Zayt is just going to come in, kind of clean things up. He's going to snag himself one right there.
Some points.
Oh, yeah. And we talk about too many eyes coming in on battles. That was like the perfect opportunity. He was just coming out of Loot Lake from the Storm, walked straight into the center, tilted. He's going to find someone. So those green arrows you see there, that's actually Ziff, who's just saved in the Storm. They're coming in now.
But I think now, though, they're going to start getting chunked for a couple. I think it was like 2 points of damage now as they stay inside of the Storm. So they need to be be very wary of that.
Now it's going to really hurt.
Yeah, just got to be careful there. But Morgassi and Lamar, they're going to be in Shifty shafts.
Man, he's got 4 eliminations. Is Moore, you going to share that slurp juice or what, brother? He's just holding up.
Oh, they got another one.
They're loaded.
Yeah, no, they're good.
Jeez, 4 eliminations for Morgassi. Someone who's a solo contender mainly. Coming in on duos and showing up, that's what's up. He did tell me about his boy Lamar while we were in South Korea. He said that's his actual teammate, and I hadn't heard of him before that. So good to see him coming in on duos.
I was going to ask that. We're actually hearing the sounds of the game here from Myth now, and let's actually listen in and see what they're going to do here.
10-10-2.
Okay. 591.
I can give you 100 wood right now.
Yep. I'm gonna go farm the boat.
Okay, just be careful.
Huh? Oh, that could be bad. Almost fell off.
I heard someone yell.
No, I'm good.
Don't cover the other turret.
It's getting so laggy, dude.
Where's the rifts?
Rift underneath. Underneath this. Right over here, east.
Okay. Yeah, it's laggy.
Oh fuck, dude, there's so many planes.
Go, go, go. We're going.
Go.
Try and get more east or west. We say west side.
All right,
so there you hear from Myth.
See here, right? So now they're timing these rotations. They're trying to come in nice and early. The Storm just revealed itself. And you already said, let's try and get to that center spot, get more deep. You don't want to be on the ice field, but it looks like this is just where they're going to land. And they decide to park here. They're the first to the rotation. They're straight for now.
Yeah, this is a really good spot for them because surrounding this little ice mountain, if you will, is ice.
Exactly.
And the ice is just the worst thing to have to deal with in this circle. So looking at the circle and how it plays out, this is rough. Because
this is interesting.
Because when you go on the ice, for some of our uneducated viewers, you actually slide a little bit more, and you don't have full control of your characters. So a lot of players are just going to have to build around. That's going to cause just a lot of interesting rotations as we get into our final few circles.
Yeah, you can definitely use it to your advantage to kind of speed hop across, but again, it can work against you really quickly because your mobility is out of your control. Once your feet get chilled out, and Rezero actually lost Lothar at some point or another in the Shifty, but for him to be alive right now, he's good. He's going to turn this, old remains of Greasy inside out here, what is now Polar Peak. And that's also material gathering. He's so good on materials here.
Yeah, he's looking good material-wise. He also is going to have the hunting rifle. I think I saw a crate that was going to be dropping on him eventually. So he'll get some items from that, some loot, some mats.
Rio and Animal finding themselves in the zone here. Lucky for them, little bit of favor here on the rotation. And just jumping back to Myth and what was going on over there, it couldn't have went better for them. They had a rift. I just realized it was just, you know, zone favor, free rift. Look at Fulmer sitting high and pretty inside the base as well. He's good to go.
He almost fell off, though.
Oh, did he?
He almost fell off. Just throwing it out there. He's got to be careful about that. I know the nerves kind of get to you in those moments. You're not really thinking about like what solid ground is going to be below you, but in areas like this especially, you have to think about those things because you never know how that mountain's going to be shaped. This is a new POI. This whole area has been added with the new season of Fortnite, so there's a lot of terrain that players, although they play a lot, sometimes you just don't think about because it's not like imprinted in your game sense.
Yeah, you also never know when a Stormwing's just going to come and zap you.
Oh yeah, of course, that too.
These guys are sitting so high up. Someone just wants to beeline that top layer. Someone's going flying, you know? So it's a risk versus reward when you're coming and setting up these high parks here, but Fulmer knows to get victories. High ground's important, regardless of what. 69
players left in our fourth circle now. You have Wallace and Get Lost K getting pressured on by Roby and Ads, and they're just forcing them back. You start to see just more fire coming around, and that's going to come from Zazma there. What was that?
EU boys just putting on work right here. Roby and Ads at 4 eliminations. That's a lot of elims for a competitive setting here. It's Cowboy jumping over here now. Take a look at him. He's got all kinds of opportunities to beam players down all around him. Unfortunately, no look at the map here, so I'm not too sure where he's sitting on this rotation. Oh yeah, it's all closing in now. Everyone's coming nice and tight.
It's going to happen in a little bit now.
Riverson using now windows, is taking peeks. Here comes the Stormwings looking to now start bullying players before they jump out of the sky, because this next one is going to bring in the rotating zones as it leads into zone 6.
And look at all of those Stormwings above moving so quickly. Now they just got to play this one out slowly here and push forward. You have Triggy, who was in that battle with alongside Harmful that took out
booming?
Aiden.
Is it booming over here? I see everything blowing up. What's going on? And now it's
yes,
going down. It is going down here. So builds are getting destroyed here. It's quad launchers coming in. Tendons gets wrecked by the quad. Talking about it. And Rich Homie Quinn loses his teammate, but he doesn't care because he is putting players down here. Cannot build.
Wow, yeah, he had to be just peppered big time there. Had to back away. He was using that hole that he had created on the floor to try and give him a bit of an angle there with that quad, but Harmful, he's going to go out of this. They do have 5 eliminations to their team, though, so that's going to be 50 points for these 2 players. Not bad. And another boombox, and the boombox from
right on him. They know exactly where he's at. There is no breaks or breathers. You cannot get a heal off here. And, you know, honestly, losing his teammate might have been the best thing because he gets a rift to go. JL Mach and Tempo are now, again, fighting themselves from the furthest part of the storm. Triggy Swords and Harmful still. Here, it's Triggy with 5 elims. He lost his teammate early on by Tilted. And there it is, Rift to go.
Yeah, Smart just using that Rift to go to get out of there, though. Gunfly is going to take out Peaks. You have more eliminations lighting up the action feed as all these players are going to be around this circle. And look at the bodies just dropping like flies. Bizzle and Demo, though, they managed to stay alive. That's going to be their first elimination. Now Funk Bomb alongside with Clips. They have 2 elims to their name here.
Still alive, fully healthy as well. Tons of shield. So is Kaysen. Kaysen's actually squished in between the Optic boys. He's lost Myth in the chaos here.
Oh, man, and the Dynamite just destroys all the structures that are going to be around there. Tweefo's going to get an elimination for his troubles. Look at the boomboxes down low. You can't get anything. Flexen tried to use that launch pad, but he got nothing out of it because the boombox, well, the boombox destroys everything. That's just a fact. That's just the world we live in.
Exactly the power of the boombox. We knew it was going to be incredible. These guys can't even save themselves from their own builds. Everything's just getting wrecked.
And remember, I mentioned the ice earlier, right? Elevate, he's going to see that one firsthand as he gets caught. He slides. He does not have control. And Fulmer should be able to follow that one up to wipe him off of the map. Now we're down to 40 players remaining in the 6th circle.
First 2K, unfortunately, 0 eliminations. He's just trying to get anyone on a rotation, making it hard for people to bring on by. He's giving out no freebies here. He wants elims, he needs loot, he's got to get heals.
And also, you just saw it on Reverse 2K's screen. Rux is still alive in this. That is Rux and Psalm. They were the winners of Game 1. If they can get another top placement here, and you saw them at the corner of your eye, you saw them. If they're able to do so, they will put themselves in a great spot, given that Aiden's going to be out of the competition for round number 2. More bodies are going to start to drop drop those, the rotations are going to happen, and Reverse has no resources to work with. As we jump over now to JDW and Ronan from Hero, they have 7 eliminations. They are looking quite nice in round number 2 here, Monster.
These are the hardest rotations to make. They are fighting uphill battle right now. You see the pickaxe is just trying to break his way through, but he has no one is safe here. Trap comes down. He wins that engagement. Snood takes out Roby. Gomro takes out Heroines. Adds on Tweefo.
Sam's out of that one too.
Here.
Sam is going to be out, so that was your game 1 winner. I don't know if Rux is still going to be alive, but so far this has been Hero's game. JDW and Ronan, this squad's been putting in the work, and so far, so good for them.
I love this early rotation here.
No.
He does not have the HP. He's got to get ahead of the storm. Now he's leading the pack here. Watch the counter pressure. He's going for that absolute high ground right now. DMO and Bizzle. He's probably going to contest for this right here. There's only a couple of Ghost Boys left right now. It is coming down to the wire. Demo left by himself, but he can make this work. It's Funk Bomb. Gets 2 more on Reverse. RPG, 1 shot for 2.
That's 7 eliminations for Funk Bomb and Clips. Not bad at all. They're forcing these players with that rocket. He needs to get the reload off. It's a slower reload time, but it does a lot. He's going to drop Snood in front of him. Snood is going to be able to protect himself, build a 1-by-1, and he has to get out of there, though, eventually, because that storm's going to continue to push on forward. We have 9 players remaining, Monster.
And that's it. That elim right there was worth so much because that's more points on the board for placement. Funk Bomb just gets wrecked right there by a shotgun shot.
Monty's going to be right in front of Demo. Demo, he's able to stay alive, build around it, but he won't be able to stay alive much longer as Monty gets the elimination. Funk Bomb, though, they have 8 elims. That's 80 points. A W here will put them way above everyone else. A big game for this duo.
Cannot choke those shots in those 1v1s like that. And now it's Gomer who's got the most HP here. Monty popping off the med kit. And this is a lucky med kit. You don't get 10 seconds all the time. Actually, he doesn't. He has to cancel it for a fight.
Monty has no resources, but he does have a grapple, but the grapple won't help him when he gets rocketed by Funk Bomb. Oh no, and Rux drops down low. He tried to go for the waterfall play, but he wasn't able to do so. Now it's going to be a 1v1. You have Funk Bomb here outside of the storm. Needs to be careful. Player's going to be around him. That's going to be Snood, actually right below him, but Snood needs to get out of there, get back into the circle, and Funk Bomb with the RPG gets the victory royale.
What an amazing performance by Funk Bomb, dropping 10 eliminations as a duo, but most of those are all him in the end game there.
Dude,
you thought he was done.
That was 10 elims plus the victory royale. That's 200 points for your boy Funk Bomb.
Look at this man.
It's a monster.
Cold, feeling good, looking good, well played. What a pickup for FaZe.
that's really the end of the story. What a pickup for FaZe.
If you're an org, you're happy that you got this man right here representing Funk Bomb. GG, man. Well played, fantastic, just putting in work. The grappler at the end there, we know it's great, and that's why it's so good. You get to the next spot, like